Secret Lairs have been around for 4 years now. That's it. That's the opening statement. 4 years since I first reviewed this odd, unusual, unlike anything we had ever seen before, direct-to-consumer release from Wizards of the Coast. Secret Lairs lasted longer than signature spellbooks, longer than commander collections, longer than, I think, challenger decks? Have they stopped making challenger decks? What happened to challenger decks? Stay on subject, Professor, stay on subject. The fact that there are many Magic the Gathering players today who still maybe don't remember a time before Secret Lairs is shocking to me, and in this video I would like to open up some of the newest Secret Lairs and discuss with you my thoughts, not only on the current state and quality of Secret Lairs, but discuss even further a comparison to some older products like those old From the Vault series. So yes, this video is watch Prof open up product and speak freely. A warning, as always, that my thoughts while opening said product and examining those Secret Lair cards, as well as the other products I'm going to open up, is a free flow of consciousness style that some viewers love and I still question, but also enjoy the hangout vibes of. So let's open up and talk Secret Lairs. But first, look what just got dropped off on my door. Ugh, are you absolutely sick of this fast food, lukewarm, overpriced delivery culture that has somehow become the norm? Sure, I'd love to spend $30 on this $5 bag of cold, congealed, wait a minute. This isn't even my order. Looks like they sent me someone else's by mistake. That happens every other time also. Well, sorry, JLK, but it looks like your breakfast burrito with triple sriracha sauce ended up in my hands. Ugh, I'm sick of it. What am I supposed to do? Go down to the grocery store? Shop? Cook? No, I'm so very, very lazy. I want food in my face right now, but I wish I could do it so it actually tasted good and maybe, just maybe, was even a little healthy for me. Well, that's why I love Factor, sponsor of today's video. You see, Factor delivers chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals directly to your door. With Factor, I don't have to waste my cash on gross, overpriced food delivery. Instead, I now have everything I need to eat incredibly delicious meals that are ready in just 2 minutes. Choose from over 25 meal options every week, including vegan, keto, calorie smart, and vegetarian options. They offer a variety of meal plans to fit your lifestyle, and you can change your plan or even skip a week at any time. No planning, no preparation, and no messy cleanup necessary. Factor meals are delicious and ready in minutes. Not to mention how affordable they are. Factor is a great way to have amazing meals and save a couple of bucks while you're at it. Or save even more than a couple of bucks when you use my link, or go to go.factor75.com and use code POG-TALARIAN-DEC50 for 50% off. Whoa, your first box. Click the link in this video's description or scan the QR code with your phone. Thanks to Factor for sponsoring this video and helping us break free of the food delivery culture shackles. So I'd like to begin by opening and comparing the contents of these two Secret Lair drops. These are recent. I just received them in the mail. We have Artist Series John Avon, which I also have some other comments on. And we have the Princess Bride, which I said that I was very much going to purchase for myself. This is for my personal collection. The Princess Bride one is the John Avon one I purchased for the purposes of opening here, and I will be giving away on my next Whatnot stream, but this one is mine. And even though the total value of the Princess Bride Secret Lair was very, very low, I said that I loved the art, I loved the flavor, the film had a special meaning to me, and so I would be buying it to own these cards, maybe to just display them, maybe because I will do a Battle of Wits commander deck built around this card. It's just brilliant flavor win. Anyway, I know Battle of Wits is banned in Commander, but Rule 0. And I think that's okay, but I have some other thoughts about Secret Lairs that I want to go over. First, let's open these up. I want to start with the Princess Bride, and this is, I have both the foil and non-foil, and if nothing else, it's a great way to see the current condition of Secret Lair foils. Elderly viewers of this channel, as you wish, will remember that Secret Lair foils were not exactly the best quality early on. And so they have gotten better, but it's always worth keeping an eye on them. Love that they do box design like this. And I like stuff like this. It's important to remember that this is not actually really going to last. So, like, the majority of people aren't keeping their Secret Lair packaging, but I do like the little touches like that. They add to the feeling of value, where, of course, as we know from my Secret Lair video, there really isn't much value in these cards, but it's a beautiful experience, and I am glad to be able to take the moment to appreciate it. Again, people have this idea that I hate Secret Lairs. I don't. I hate how many Secret Lairs there are, and I hate, and there's the bonus card underneath, it's really clever packaging. I hate also some other aspects that I'll get into when we get to the John Avon one. And then here's our bonus card, it's Command Tower. Beautiful. Just beautiful. This is a real great example. I know I say a lot. I know I do say a lot that if you like the art, go ahead and buy a Secret Lair. There's nothing wrong with it if the value isn't there, if you love the art. But this is really doing a great job of taking a property and really diving into what makes that property special and what makes Magic special and how we can enjoy and celebrate both of those things. So I guess in a way, I'm still iffy on Universes Beyond in my heart. I've come to accept it. Here's what I'll say. If they are going to do Universes Beyond, which I wish they never did, even though I like Princess Bride and Doctor Who, and I like Fallout. I like Fallout New Vegas, and I like the rest of the Fallout. But if they are going to do it, at least do it like this. So here we have Buttercup. And thank goodness that we actually, this is to say, Weatherlight Captain. This is the way. If The Walking Dead had been done like this to start, there might not have even been a big problem. Well, they were selling exclusives over Secret Lair, and then saying you would never ever be able to get those cards any other way. So that didn't help, did it? These are kind of tight in these perfect fits, I must admit. These are KMC perfect fits I'm using here. Silence. So, it's a good card, but it's not worth much. And this Battle of Wits, oh my gosh. Can this just be my commander? Or no, it should be Vizzini. Grand Negazek. We've got so many actors now as Magic cards. I'm not a big fan, but again, if we have to do it this way, then we might as well make Grand Negazek out of Baral, Chief of Compliance. I mean Wallace Shawn, the actor. I liked him on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Rodents of Unusual Size. What a great pack rat card. So, here's something you may not have immediately noticed about this Secret Lair. Oh, I don't like how tight that is going in. Gosh, is that the KMC sleeve, or is that the cards somehow slightly thicker? But here's a question many Magic the Gathering players ask. How many cards? Oh, Brian Stoutarm, my favorite commander. And now I can have Andre the Giant as my commander. I'm not going to, though, because I like Brian Stoutarm. Yeah, it's just mixed feelings. I think I just want to get these framed. And I don't know how I feel about that, too. Like, more and more with Secret Lairs, I'm like, yeah, I would love to get these framed and put up on the wall. But I don't really want them as my commanders for my deck. I still kind of want the original. And Billy Crystal. Miracle Max, unemployed. That's so funny. That is so funny. But I'd rather have Marchesa as my commander. But that's so funny. Put it up on the wall. And then these two slid in really easy. So maybe it's an issue with those KMC. I don't know. Dragon Shield inners are also really good, but this is not that type of product review. But here, let me open this command tower. A little bit of a bend there in the non-foil. Let me show you my point. Here's the first point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 Secret Lair cards, all with brand new art. And by the way, I mean, we've got literally a lot of great names. We literally have Magali Villeneuve, one of the top artists in Magic, among many top artists working. So we're not going with cheapo people. I'm sure Magali does not come cheap. She literally does like some headliner fantasy book cover art, just such a talented artist. And we've got 10 brand new designs. It's a licensed Secret Lair here, so they must have had to pay something to the Princess Bride to be able to use their imagery here and all this stuff. This isn't cheap, but the price on this is exactly the same as Artist Series John Avon. But how many cards are in Artist Series John Avon? Let's find out. Answer: less. I have no problem with Secret Lairs that have more cards, but what I have a problem with are when we have Secret Lairs with fewer cards. And I just really feel... So here we have Artist Series John Avon. Beautiful, one of Magic's other most talented artists. And here we get 4 cards instead of 5. One bonus card. It's an artist sketch of Brainstorm. And I wish that they would just... I know it seems like a lot to be upset over one card, but I really wish they would say a Secret Lair has a minimum of 5 cards, and some special Secret Lairs will have double or whatever, 10 cards, and of course basic lands will have much more than that, because I feel like there should be a expectation of a standard. Now the other issue is the value here, which this is Secret Lair Emrakul, and I feel bad because I made a joke about, Sarah Angel and Brainstorm not being really great cards, and I think I said something along the lines of I wish someone at Wizards of the Coast had maybe told John Avon like that these are cards that are maybe not worth a lot of money. But I also did say that I think they're beautiful art, and Brainstorm obviously plays in formats like Legacy, so it still sees play. Sarah Angel, I said, doesn't see play anywhere. But of course, I learned afterwards, and I didn't know this because Wizards didn't even put it on their website, but these are actually tributes to the artist John Avon's family, and it's a beautiful tribute, and they're beautiful cards and beautiful art. I love John Avon. I felt like, oh my God, I hope it didn't sound like I was like making fun of like that he would choose to do a tribute to his family. And Progenitus is another, just one of his favorites. And I think that's great stuff. I've actually spoken to Magic artists at events, and they tell me, I now know through speaking to them, that Wizards lets them submit a list of what they love in Magic, which is cool, and what cards they'd like to do. And then Wizards comes back. And actually one artist, who shall remain nameless, said to me that she, that they, I don't, there, we're down to 50-50. She said, you still don't know who it is, that she was like, cool, I'm gonna do like, all the swords or something. And so she's like, here's my top picks, and it's like 5. I'm gonna do all the swords, because she knows what they're worth too. And artists know that people love the valuable cards. And so she's like, they said, nope, it's too much value. So I'm sure that comes up. But I do wish then that whoever that rep at Wizards is, or committee, or whoever it is that's determining card price, is doing a better job in terms of helping guide artists towards it. And that's a great reason why if we had a standard of 5 minimum, that when John Avon does this, and John Avon says rightfully so, well, here, I'll open up the next one. Let's see how bad the foils are, or how good the foils are. Optimism. And John Avon goes, look, I love Sarah Angel. It's an iconic Magic card. I love Brainstorm. I want to do this as a tribute to my family and draw them into the Magic cards. And you go, that's beautiful, John. Yes, absolutely. Look, you've selected 4 cards. How about that 5th card be, a dockside extortionist? No, but I'm serious. And then you just go, look, we're going to pull down the list and be like, cool, John. And how would you like to do also a doubling season? It can't be a matter of price that, well, we're now commissioning an additional card from John Avon, because we just saw Princess Bride had 10 cards, all with new commissions for the same price. So it can't be that you can't just commission an additional one. So why not do that extra piece and add it? Or add other things that add value. I have not seen much. I've seen a little, but I've not seen much in the way of tokens in Secret Lairs recently. And a fun thing to do, we had that egg token, right? But a fun thing to do is to be like, cool, how about you add some tokens? How about you do some 2/2 angel tokens that form a panorama? And that's not even card art that has value, because an angel token has no value, but rather it's just adding to it. I just wish that we could get more. I like the bonus cards. That actually looks really good in the foiling, doesn't it? The Brainstorm. Very cool. And it's a cool little Secret Lair. It's just that this is where the value is. Right here. It's great. And then Progenitus is, actually, it is a bit of a slouch these days, but, And that's just how I feel. I just wish that Secret Lairs were to codify a little bit more what their minimum was. I wish that minimum was maybe 5 cards for non-basic lands, and that artists who select lower-end cards, they could be bonuses. What if this? Here's an idea for you. John Avon comes up, and the ever-talented and ever-loved and respected John Avon. Wait, where's my bonus card? Oh, there's my bonus card. Look at that, though. That's no good. They should just put it in there. I don't know. John Avon comes up to you. Person at Wizards. Or committee at Wizards if it's done via committee. I don't know. And John Avon says, hey, I love Emrakul. Emrakul is Emrakul to me. And then you go, great, that's a high-end one. He goes, what else you got? That one's really curved there. Oof, that is a curvy little command tower. And he goes, I love Brainstorm, and I want to actually do it as a tribute to a member of my family. Draw them into it. Sarah Angel, and you go, wow, those are not very valuable cards. They go, great. How about this, John? Oh, you like Progenitus. What are some other commander cards you like in Progenitus? And then we were to get 5 really good cards. And then you add the Sarah Angel and the Brainstorm on top of the 5. Oh, that Battle of Wits is so amazing. And so then it's like the Sarah Angel and the Brainstorm are still included, but they're the bonuses in it. I don't know. It's an interesting balance. What do you think? Like, should there be a minimum value? We talked in the recent Secret Lair video, link in the description, about this idea that they're taking foils or cards that only had one foil printing. And so the foil is like $50, but it's like some Kamigawa foil. And so it's not really worth anything. And as soon as it gets reprinted, it's like $1 card. And so when I look at the numbers, I go, wow, the foil value of this Secret Lair is super high. And then it actually turns out, oh no, it's not. It's a false value. How do you reconcile a foil value being high versus non-foil? I don't know. I just feel that they have not been putting their best reprints in a lot of these Secret Lairs. And I feel that, and I do look back at my old videos and see that there were some real banger Secret Lairs in the early days. And that there have been some good ones, but for the most part, it feels like they're leaning away from needed reprints. Or even just high-end cards. Maybe it shouldn't have that. But I feel that if Secret Lairs were all like this, it would be disappointing. And there is still a disappointment that all I really want to do with this Princess Bride Secret Lair is frame it more than play with it. Except that Battle of Wits. The only one of these that I honestly am going to play with is that, because there is no better Battle of Wits than this. And yes, I realize that is my nostalgia speaking, but that is the case. Now, when you talk about this idea of what's $50, which is, you know, a Secret Lair and stuff, I can't help but think of another product that Wizards of the Coast used to make, which are these. From the Vaults. This was a product that Wizards still gripes about today, because this is a product that was sent to local game stores. And it contained, look at that, special foil reprints. Here we have Dark Depths, Umezawa's Jite, Mind's Desire, and there are, I believe, 10 foils in here. They sometimes put a bonus foil in. So this was kind of like a very early Secret Lair. Except that it had, yeah, look at this. This is all that's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them. I'll open this one up and give it away on my Whatnot stream so that you can see it. But what they had was they had ones like From the Vault Dragons that, again, had a whole bunch all in foil. Their cards. They had a really good one, From the Vault Transform. From the Vault Annihilation. By the way, before you go to me like, oh wow, Prof. Oh, I opened it. I just saved the box. That one's mine. This is just from my personal collection. Legends. Oh, Prof, you still have a From the Vault Legends? No, I opened it. That's my personal collection. I just saved the box. But this one, I got an extra when I did the review. That's how old it is from the review. So I'll give it away on Whatnot, and we can, the Dragons one was, I'll give away the Dragons one. It's just sitting on my shelf. This will give someone joy. So I'll give these away on my next Whatnot stream. I don't know the date. Maybe it's appearing here right now. The date and the code that when you sign up, you get a $15 credit to spend on anything on Whatnot. But I have a unopened From the Vault Dragons. I will not open that right here, but I do want to look at these and talk about them because there was an interesting thing. You also got to die with them that happened. The interesting thing that happened was that these were supposed to be, they said this was MSRP days. Let's see if it still says it. And the MSRP, I believe, was $40, but they would only send like 4 of them to game stores. That's it. So if you were a local game store, you got 4 of these. And they had cards like, oh, gee, I don't know, Dark Depths, Umezawa's Jite, which at the time, I don't know what they're at now. Hey, editor, I know I literally said to you that you don't have to do prices for this, but right now, what's Dark Depths and Umezawa's Jite going for? I genuinely don't know. I'm going to guess $5, $20. Boom! Is it because of reprints that these are so much lower than I guessed? Probably. Or is it because no one plays non-commander formats anymore? Who can say? But at the time, Dark Depths and Umezawa's Jite were very... Let's do it like this. Now these are hella curvy, but they have that very beautiful, I believe they called it rainbow foiling going on. And look, Merit Ladge token as well. And so these created a lot of controversy because stores would actually sell them for more than $40 because they only got like 4 of them. Maybe they got 6, maybe they got 10. I do know that that was it. They did not get more than 10. And everybody at the store wanted one. Beseech the Queen. Now these didn't always have new art. And so stores would sell them for 100. And I think there was like one of them in particular that really went for a lot. And players were angry at stores, and they yelled at stores, and they said stores are upcharging, which in a way they were. But the real problem was that Wizards of the Coast was simply sending only a few of these to stores. And what do you expect a store to do when you get a box of 4 product that's selling for $100, $200, and you have 4 of them, and everyone's coming in, and every single one of your customers wants it? And some stores were really honest and true, and kudos to them. And they said, look, we will do signups, and we'll go first come, first serve. Other stores will say, look, we only got 4 of these, 5 of these. They will be prizes at our next pre-release or Friday Night Magic. And other stores said, look, these are selling for $200. Wizards sent me 5 of them, or whatever it is. We have operating costs. That's what they're going for. And I feel, as someone who has advocated for a return to MSRP, I feel that this was more a fault of Wizards not sending enough so that they could sell for $40. And maybe, if you're afraid of upcharging, the solution would have been you let stores order as many of them as you want. You say the MSRP is $40, and then you offer your Secret Lair or From the Vault online with the direct-to-consumer. 2 days later, a weekend later, and you say it'll be $40 plus shipping. So no store could conceivably charge $200 because Monday, Wizards will have it for sale to everyone, everywhere in the world for $40. But you got to pay shipping, and you got to wait, or you go down to your local game store and you could buy it for $40, $50 then. I'm not a genius. I'm not a business person. Maybe there are other ways to do it, but I feel that there are ways to enforce MSRP, not screw over stores, and still help customers get items at a fair price. Leave your comments below about ways that a store could fairly enforce MSRP. And by fairly, I mean non-punishment based. I mean, like, look, this is a fair way to do it. Because I remember store owners complaining to me about, like, everyone's mad at us about From the Vault, but Wizards is only sending us, oh, Momir Vig, this was new art at the time. So cool, Simic Watermark. And they said, but Wizards sent us 5 of these. What do you expect us to do? And I think that's valid. I think the first thing is they should be able to get as much of it as they want. I mean, why are you not sending them as much of it as they want? I do miss From the Vaults. I think that I'm not really making the connection till I was planning this video between From the Vault and Secret Lair. But it is sad that game stores got cut out. Oh, this is also in my Brian Stoutarm deck. See, so what you do? Love my Brian Stoutarm deck. So you get Brian Stoutarm here. Boom. Phyrexian Processor. As Phyrexian Processor enters the battlefield, pay any amount of life. I will pay 20 life. Then I'm going to put an XX black minion creature token onto the battlefield where X is the life paid as Phyrexian Processor enters the battlefield. Hey, no problem, because as soon as that token comes into play, I'm just going to tap Brian Stoutarm, who was previously in play, spend a red, and sacrifice that token. And Brian Stoutarm deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power, 20, to target player or planeswalker. Now, unfortunately, doesn't count as commander damage, but it has lifelink, and I do get that 20 life back. And then I'm flinging 20s every single turn. Yeah, baby! And of course, we got the cool little die that had the set symbol on it. At the end of the day, my final conclusion is this. I don't have a problem with Secret Lairs as a product, but I have a problem with the way Secret Lairs were implemented. I think that they could have done less of them and made them more special. I think that they could have focused on ensuring that even when dealing with artists who might really desire to illustrate cards like Sarah Angel that are not worth that much, but have sentimental value to both the artist and player, that Wizards could have a stronger hand in adding additional cards of value so that the Secret Lair had more value to it. I do think stores should not have been cut out of the equation. Imagine if stores received Secret Lairs ahead of when Wizards shipped them by even just a few days. What if a Secret Lair drop is revealed on Friday and then stores have it right that day? I got these really quick. They've done an amazing job making it so that Secret Lairs arrive quickly. But what about I want it now? So I go into my local game store. I wish that those elements were paid attention to. The value of the Secret Lair and not cutting out local game stores. And I do feel less is more. And I wish that in the same way that these From the Vaults felt so special, and I can remember all of them, but I could not if you offered me money or bet me money. I'd try. But what if I bet money? And I said, hey, $100. Tell me what was in this year's Secret Lair summer drop. Just name one drop that you know for certain was in it. I wouldn't risk my $100. I don't know what was in it. There was 10 things in it. Who knows? I can't remember. And I miss that special feeling of it was from the vault. Dragons. Anyway, if you tune into my next Whatnot stream, you can just be watching. You don't have to spend any money. You can maybe be given away From the Vault dragons, or they are opened, but I will be also giving away From the Vault lore, as well as some other goodies. Dates on the screen here, and if you use my code, you get a $15 credit. Isn't that wonderful? And also, at the end of the day, I feel strongly that Secret Lairs are here to stay. While not every product line lasts forever, from the Vault to event decks to signature spellbooks, Secret Lairs show no sign of slowing down. But if Wizards of the Coast wants to keep that momentum going, I hope very much some of the issues I highlighted are considered to continue improving and strengthening the Secret Lair product line. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the current state of Secret Lairs? How often do you buy Secret Lairs? Do you miss products like From the Vault? Do you wish they would return? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, are you sick of spending way too much money to get something like this dropped off on your doorstep after about an hour of it sitting in someone's car? I'm just sick of that. That's why I love Factor. Factor meals are fresh, chef prepared, they've got a million dietary options, and best of all, they're delicious and affordable, and even more affordable right now when you use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POG-TELARIANDEC50 for 50% off your first box. Just click the link in this video's description or scan the QR code with your phone. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring today's video.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Today, it's the scientists versus the English major.
Hi, I'm Anna Margaret. I'm playing with Ginny Faye, Jetmere Seconds.
I'm award-winning science educator Kyle Hill. I will be playing Rocco, a deck that I affectionately call Let Him Cook!
Hi, I'm Patch. I run a channel called Tearzu. I am playing Lunch the Bestower.
So today, my commander is Volrath the Shapestealer.
Come on! It's turn 2!
That's not what I sound like at all.
Of course, not what I sound like at all! Attack the professor for 2.
Now, do you really want to kick that bee's nest this early in the game?
If I make him stronger, will you hit somebody else?
Oh, I'll gladly hit someone else.
If we keep talking, does it become our turn? Yes! Perfect!
You're so full of life.
I know, I hate it.
That's
it drives
annoying.
me crazy. Can we put this behind us? I'm sick of it.
Hey, you want to put me behind you? Hit them dogs. I also said, take the food out of the orphans' mouths. That's Kyle Hill 2024. I'm running.